What a difference! Blockbuster Video!
I've never seen 10,000 tapes in one store.
There's so much kid stuff.
And I can keep them for 3 evenings.
Ordinary video stores don't even come close to Blockbuster Video. We even have a 24-hour quick drop.
Wow. Wow.
What a difference! Blockbuster Video!
In 2000, Reed Hastings flew to Dallas. He had a company nobody had heard of. It was losing money. He needed help, so he walked into Blockbuster's headquarters, sat down with the CEO, and made an offer, $50 million. Take it or leave it. The CEO laughed. Not politely. He actually laughed. In the meeting. To his face. Reed Hastings flew home. That CEO was running 9,000 stores, 84,000 employees, $6 billion a year. He had no reason to worry about a nobody with a DVD mailing business. So he did not. That nobody was Reed Hastings. That company was Netflix. Today, Netflix is worth $280 billion. Blockbuster, the last store, closed in 2019. Not because of bad luck, not because of a recession, because of one meeting, one laugh, one decision. Blockbuster started in 1985.
Blockbuster Video! Wow!
Dallas, Texas. One store. The idea was simple. Rent movies, charge late fees, repeat. It worked. Within 5 years, 1,000 stores across America. By the late 1990s, 9,000 stores in 25 countries, 84,000 employees. Friday night in America meant one thing. You drove to Blockbuster, you went through the aisles, you picked a movie, you went home. It was a ritual every single week for millions of families. And the business model was genius. Not because of the rentals, because of the late fees. If you forgot to return your movie on time, Blockbuster charged you. Every day. In 2000, late fees generated $800 million. Customers hated it, but they kept coming back because there was nowhere else to go. Blockbuster was untouchable. Wall Street loved it. Investors loved it. Nobody was worried. That is what they thought. But then something happened. Something nobody saw coming. In 1997, Reed Hastings got a late fee, $40, for returning Apollo 13 6 weeks late. He was embarrassed. He did not tell his wife. But on the way to the gym that day, he had an idea. What if movie rentals worked like a gym membership? You pay a flat monthly fee. You watch whatever you want, no late fees, ever. He went home and started building it. Netflix launched in 1998. DVDs by mail, no late fees. It was slow. Almost nobody used it. By 2000, Netflix had 300,000 subscribers and was losing millions of dollars a year. That is why Hastings flew to Dallas. That is why he offered to sell for $50 million. That is why Blockbuster laughed, but Hastings kept going. And then, the internet changed everything. In 2007, Netflix launched streaming. No more DVDs, no more waiting. Click, watch, done. And what happened next? Blockbuster never saw coming. Here is the part of this story that nobody tells. In 2004, Blockbuster was winning, not losing, winning. CEO John Antioco had seen the threat. He understood what Netflix was doing, and he built something to fight back. Blockbuster Total Access. You could rent online, return in store, no late fees, ever. It was better than Netflix. Not slightly better, significantly better. Netflix subscribers were canceling. Blockbuster was growing. Reed Hastings later admitted if Blockbuster had stayed the course, Netflix would have been finished. But inside the boardroom, something else was happening. The investors were angry, not because the business was failing, because the no late fees policy was costing Blockbuster $400 million a year. The investors did not care about long term. They wanted the money back. Now. So in 2007, they forced Antioco out, the man who had built the one thing that could have saved Blockbuster. Gone. They brought in Jim Keyes, a man who had spent his career running convenience stores. In his first interview as CEO, 1 year after Netflix launched streaming, he said, "I do not think Netflix is a threat to Blockbuster at all." He shut down Total Access. He brought back late fees. And Blockbuster never recovered. In 2010, Blockbuster filed for bankruptcy, $4 billion in debt. 9,000 stores, gone. 84,000 employees, gone. In 2011, Dish Network bought Blockbuster for $320 million. They had the brand, they had the stores. Streaming was just getting started. Netflix had 20 million subscribers. The market was wide open. They did nothing. They closed every store. They let the brand die. Every store closed except one. Bend, Oregon, a small town in the middle of nowhere. Sandi Harding has been running the Blockbuster there since 2000. When the bankruptcy hit, every other franchise owner closed their doors. Sandi did not. She called her landlord. She negotiated a new lease. She kept the lights on. Her staff had worked there for years, some of them for over a decade. She was not going to let them go. Today, people drive from hundreds of miles away just to visit her store. They take photos in front of the sign. They walk the aisles. They pick a movie. Not because they need to, because they remember what it felt like. Friday night, the drive over, the smell of the carpet, the argument about what to watch. Sandi knows every customer by name. She has turned down every offer to close. Netflix tried to buy her out. A museum wanted to display her store. She said no to all of it because for Sandi, Blockbuster was never just a business. It was a place where people came together, and she is the last person keeping that alive. Netflix today, $280 billion, 260 million subscribers, 190 countries. Blockbuster, one store in Bend, Oregon. The last reminder of what happens when you laugh at the future instead of buying it for $50 million. So what do you actually take from this? Because Blockbuster is not just a story about video rentals. It is a story that repeats itself every decade, in every industry. Lesson 1. The thing that makes you successful can become the thing that kills you. Blockbuster's late fees generated $800 million a year. That money made them comfortable. That comfort made them blind. Before you celebrate how well something is working, ask yourself, what would destroy this? Lesson 2. Seeing the threat is not enough. You have to act on it. Blockbuster saw Netflix. They built a better product. They were winning. Then they fired the person running it, brought back late fees, and handed Netflix the market, knowing the danger is not the same as facing it. Lesson 3. The future is always cheap before it is expensive. Netflix cost $50 million in 2000. They laughed. Today, that future is worth $280 billion. Every single thing that dominates your life right now, your phone, your apps, your streaming services, was once a cheap, ugly, half-broken idea that someone laughed at. The people who bought it early changed everything. The people who laughed are the story.